Welcome back to BaldHeaded Metal, guys. My name is Joseph. Today, I want to do a reaction to something that's a little bit different, something I just discovered through one of the articles, is that David Grohl of Nirvana and Foo Fighters actually is going to be part of this horror movie, and he created a whole death/thrash metal album around it, and he released a first single called Dream Widow, March of the Insane. And apparently what I've seen from a lot of the reactions from different publications that it's really actually good, and he's going to be releasing that full album full of metal songs. That's an awesome combination because he's a super talented guy. He was a drummer in Nirvana, and he became the guitarist and vocalist in Foo Fighters. Now, I am a fan of both of those bands, but I could never call myself a big fan. I was just always a fan of David Grohl and kind of his talent and just kind of his overall personality. I think he's a likable guy. Now, I'm jumping into this excited to see kind of a different side of him. I think he has it within him to create just a dope death metal record or death thrash metal record. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I'm on board with this. This is old school sound. He very much pulling from like the 90s and 80s for this one. You can tell he's a fan right away. It's very classic in sound. In a way, it's not something that's gonna be innovative or any kind of form, but it's gonna bring back the feels and nostalgia. And I guess it's gonna be really well written into this horror movie that he's creating. I'm going to be really excited, actually, not hearing this. I'm going to be really excited to check out this album, and I'm already enjoying this. Let's see how the song progresses and if it captures me even more. You know what this reminds me of? For any fan of some thrash, black and thrash kind of sound, they sound very much like the style he picks sounds very much like Toxic Holocaust, which is an awesome Bay Area thrash metal band. Very similar vocal style, very similar kind of riffs. They have that kind of a crossover feel as well in there. I like it. I very much like Toxic Holocaust, very much like this direction. It also has a kind of a Venom approach to the music, where Venom wasn't quite thrash metal yet, but it was just that's kind of extreme music for its time. And this has the Venom kind of atmosphere and vocals, where the more old school kind of like the beginnings of Hell Awaits and oh my god, was the first album from Slayer? I forgot the name of it, but that beginning Slayer sound, it just has those elements. And I'm guessing the movie is gonna either be in the 80s, set in the 80s, or maybe kind of called back to the 80s. Well, if that's kind of what he's surrounding, I'm assuming it's a whole concept piece he's doing. was good. I liked it. It's a little on the simpler side vocally and musically. A little too simple. It's like it's very much the 80s. I do want to see some kind of, because he's a good musician. He can write music really well. I wonder if it's his vocals. It sounds like him, and I wonder if he's just doing everything, or he's bringing some of his guys from Foo Fighters, or bringing maybe another team together. I need to actually read up on it. I just went into it blind. I like going into blind. But overall, I like the style that he's picking. I just hope that he shows some of his musical talents in this band as well, because obviously this sounds a little bit more garage band, and I would like to hear some of his talents shine through as well. I mean, what else is there to expect? It's one of those things that nobody asked for this, but I think we will take it. Like, it's an unexpected gift from a musician that I think a lot of people around the world really respect, whether you're into rock music, whether you're doing metal music. I really don't like people who tell me that, oh, Nirvana sucks or something. Nirvana is great, okay? And they have really good music. They might not be for everybody with their kind of, sad kind of lyrics that they have. And Foo Fighters being a completely different style of a band, he's really shown himself throughout the years. So I'm going to be excited to check out the full album. I don't know if I'm going to be checking out the movie, because I'm not a big horror movie fan. There's some horror movies I like Evil Dead, I absolutely love. Or like, Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street. But other than that, I'm not a big fan. The music, though, I am going to be paying very close attention to it and see how it develops, because I do want to see more. I like the beginning of it. It's an interesting single to release. But like I said, I want more. I want to hear from you guys as well, kind of how are you going to be, in what way you're going to be taking this. I don't think for example, I'll tell you this much. I know he's famous. I know he's a good musician. I know it's going to pick up a lot of steam because of who he is. His name is going to sell this record. But I don't think I'm going to give him a pass just because he's David Grohl. I expect it to have good music. And if it's not, I'll point it out in the nicest possible way that I can to kind of voice my criticism. I don't think David Mustaine. I don't think anybody should just get a pass because they already earned their accolades everywhere else. I can always say, I liked what he did in Nirvana and I liked what he did in Foo Fighters, but this sucks, for example, We can always say that and kind of do it in a more polite manner than that. Guys, let me know your thoughts on it as well. If you like Foo Fighters, if you like Nirvana as well, kind of let me know below. If somebody knows a little bit more details of what this album is going to entail, please let me know as well. And guys, make sure to enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe out there. And most of all, keep it metal.